Kuku. Interesting build on him, starting with the Belt of Giant Strength, a branch, and a set of tangos.
Now the
battle begins.
Ooh, Whitemon with the slow stun comes in onto the Oracle. You got Febby trying to run, Wraith Fire Blast, JaCkky for the first blood, but instead it'll be picked up by Xepher. Xepher gets first blood on Febby. You saw this Lion, we walked into the room and you were like, Lion? I like Lion. I think he's a good hero. I know
We
that's
might
not
see
the shared
more of a
opinion.
Lion, considering how all the spirits are popular. So you want to see a Hex, especially like the Storm Spirit, a lot of these maneuverable heroes, Puck especially. Like you want to have that instant initiation, so much value from the Hex. Febby tip it back to the bottom lane, needs to be careful. If he dies again, his game is just completely ruined.
Yeah, so we'll see if they play aggressive on this Oracle. Talking about matchups, though, I want to talk Karl, because we see this Ember a lot, and we usually say that Ember's pretty stable no matter what in the mid lane. Is that still the case up against the Batrider?
Batrider just pretty much kills everything. I've seen Batrider completely dominating the matchups. You need to be careful. He already has 5 napalm charges, saving a point. You know, if Batrider decides to dive the tower, searing chains, something he needs to be careful about. Also, loving the build on a Batrider, null talisman instead of the Sage's mask. That's more like Sedge mask. I'm not sure. I think it was V who started doing it, and other players are copying it. Right. You don't get any stats from that. Like, it's just straight up mana regen. Like, you get more value from the null talisman because you get some intelligence, you get some strength. So, you know, extra, easier to last hit, to get some damage.
A little back and forth between Crystal Maiden there and the Shadow Demon.
You took off your glasses and then you're trying to figure out what hero that is. Good job, B-Cop. Like, I'm really amazed.
They were really... I had to clean them off. And then I can't just stop doing, you know...
All right, for the next time, you know, you just check the lane before you take them off, see what heroes they are, then you take them off, clean them, keep talking. But that's just me, you know, I'm trying to keep things simple. Bottom lane, Beastmaster, a lot of slow, but yeah, not enough. This is not the CM plus Phantom Assassin that we've seen in the previous game from T1. There's slow, there's a bit more burst damage from the Oracle once he hits level 3.
I think there's also a lot more opportunity to have your aggression go poor because of the Beastmaster as well. You know, you've got stun that's going to come from the Lion, the slow's coming from the Boar. Beastmaster could take advantage of that. Like, it's not as easy to go in as it was in the last game for JaCkky and Whitemon with Crystal Maiden PA combo, right?
They're going on Lion. Needs to be careful. Hex available, but there's a ton of Magic 1 charges. Just love that build on Lion. I mean, just in general on heroes.
Gets blocked by JaCkky. The first blood team's getting the first kill here. Now they're looking for the Wraith King. Don't have the damage on JaCkky.
Interesting build on Wraith King.
Right clicks on a Xepher, needs one more, and he's got the distance closer.
So JaCkky gets a second point in Wraith Fire Blast. I think 1 point is enough. Not sure how many. I guess he wants to use Crystal Maiden Aura that they don't have.
Only level 2. So just the Frostbite and the Crystal Nova so far.
Yeah, it's standard on Crystal Maiden. 2 points in Wraith Fire Blast doesn't seem that good. Like, you have 4-second critical strike, so you should use that. Like, 1-1-1 is much better. 1-0-2 also feels better to me. So yeah, still a point in Mortal Strike. Black and me were having a discussion coming to the office today, like, why do Wraith Kings do that? Having that extra point with the Mortal Strike, you lifesteal off that. That's sustain, that's damage.
Even a master falters.
So no Aegis yet, just going the 2-2-0 build. So very different build from the Wraith King.
We three things.
Gabbi so far 17 and 8, not popping off in this lane as much as we saw JaCkky.
5-6.
Oh, Chain still chasing, new level 5, but Napalm's starting to stack up,
Even a
and
master
eventually he'll
falters.
give up on that chase on Karl. I say that, but Karl kind of hints at going back for a second.
Great move from
Dire's
Armel,
middle tower is
completely
under
zoning him out and securing Bounty Rune, which will refill his bottle. And TNC, they want to get the top, also runes.
Gods are moved with the Wraith Fire Blast going in on the KP. Surviving, and that's that off-lane bottle that's keeping him alive so far. And he'll fill up that bottle with the Bounty Rune.
So yeah, is that 1, 2, 3 bounties there for TNC? Xepher needs to be careful. You know, he misuses one of his spells. They are gonna go on him because there is no counterplay. Just some right clicks and the slow from the Beastmaster. Karl, level 5. Armel, as expected, having an upper hand in this matchup. 31 CS, level 6. Going straight into Boots of Travel, which I really like. I think the build here is Boots of Travel, into BKB, into Blink-Hawk 3 core. Just BKB is kind of a must-have. They have one BKB piercing ability, which is Primal Roar.
Double stun, but the Fortune's End keeps him close. Another Stifling Dagger onto the Lion. Purifying Flames. Do they have the extra damage with another Purifying Flames? Yes, they do.
Dire's
Will be
middle tower
Febby
is under
who gets
attack.
the kill eventually on the Xepher. 3-1 here for TNC. Beastmaster building into the Necro book. We've seen this a lot. We've seen a bit too of just straight Necro 3 no boots.
Most of the time that is. Just want to get that vision advantage, try to devord as soon as possible. Karl in a bit of a trouble, but it has that Fire Remnant to fall back to if he feels threatened, uses it straight away. So yeah, Raid King, 6 minutes in, not a single point in Immortal Strike yet. There we go.
2-3-1. So I guess he feels pretty safe. Stun comes out onto the Phantom Assassin. They've got the Hex. Do they have the damage? The Hex runs out, but Gabbi's life does too. So Xepher and Kuku combine to get a kill on the Phantom Assassin. And speaking back on the Wraith King, he didn't hold that point. He immediately goes into the passive. That he must feel really comfortable to not hold that point for the reincarnation.
They have Observer Board right in front of him, so he just goes back if they decide to dive.
Radiant's
And
bottom
right now, I
tower
think,
is under attack.
you know, it's pretty safe for him to be in the lane, saving a point. Also, just farm the jungle bottom lane. Kuku is level
Dire's
6,
middle
so I would
tower is
expect
under
them to try to
attack.
make an aggressive move. Lion only level 4, no points in mana drain yet. Has mana regen coming out from Arcane Aura, so I guess that's why. And also has a magic stick. You know, PA will be spamming those daggers, so there will be enough mana regeneration, which I really like. Like, Lion's Hex level 1 is 30-second cooldown ability.
The Oracle, and now JaCkky's actually rotated. A bit of a Primal Roar onto the Phantom Assassin. They change their target. Tries to get some distance, and the disruption onto JaCkky, but the right clicks Tam's in so much trouble. Kuku's got 2, potentially 3. Gabbi hit with the Wraith Fire Blast. JaCkky rips through him, but the final blow is Kuku, as he's got a triple kill on this Beastmaster.
Well, they needed Batrider to TP. His TP was on cooldown, just came ready. That would be pretty big. Like, if Batrider was able to TP down, I think they can turn the whole thing around.
Dire's
There's
top
no
tower is
roar,
under
couple of
attack.
slows. A great rotation from JaCkky, actually. You know,
Yeah.
he feels, I don't want to be on the top anymore. Goes back to the bottom lane, puts another point in reincarnation as well, something we don't see very often. Mars Arena.
Spear hit, KP. Slow, but Whitemon.
Dire's
Oh, that extra armor actually keeping him alive.
Radiant's bottom
Okay.
tower
Stays
is under
nearby, but keeps KP under the tower.
Not a good trade.
Now JaCkky, reincarnation, he threw the stun. You know, with the help from Xepher, turning
Dire's
this, and
top
now
tower
looking to
is
just
under
take
attack.
Armel's life instead. Ooh, that was close too. Almost caught him without mana for a split second for that reincarnation, but well, JaCkky was ready with the charges on the wand.
T1 has like aggressive supports compared to TNC. Both supports are kind of defensive. Shadow Demon can make some aggressive moves, but he's only level 4, trying to get himself to level closer, at least to level 6 at the bottom lane. Batrider has Boots of Travel ready, trying to find something.
Yeah.
He needs to be the one making the move.
Yeah,
for the
sure.
team. Him and Mars, their job is to keep them busy until PA farms. Febby. Both supports very underleveled.
Yeah, and they're struggling quite a bit. You know who's not struggling? Kuku. Who's
Lion.
dominating. Lion. Also on. T1. Just not struggling. Oh, I say that Crystal Maiden's bottom of the net.
They can see the ancient stack. I don't think they can farm it. They don't have the heroes to do it, but they can take control of it. So Batrider comes in.
And this is a
That's a
tough spot.
4-man rotation from
They need to get
T1.
something out of this.
Batrider actually helped them.
And might be able to take
Finger available.
Stun and the Fortune's and Primal Roar. But they've got the spear. They'll latch up Whitemon. They get the kill to the Crystal Maiden. T1 just kind of leave. They do have level 6 now for Febby. False Promise available for the Oracle.
Both supports will be level 6. Thames just needs 1 CS, so they will have that Purge. Great against the Ember Spirit Shield, and just the slow in general works really, really well. Kuku working towards the Book 3. No boots, as we already said. A kind of a standard build on Beastmaster these days.
Even a master falters.
Once they finish that, they can go and try maybe put some pressure on a mid tower.
Armel, he's gotten some space up towards top. You wanted to see him be more active. Right now he's pushing a tier 1 tower. He's got boost of travel, trying to get to that blink dagger. When he gets that, obviously they'll have that initiation. They don't necessarily need it if they can start with, like, say, Disruption or an Arena Spear.
I would prefer if he gets a BKB.
Instead of the blink dagger?
Instead of a blink, yeah. You can still run away, you're speedy enough with the boots of travel and Firefly to get the good initiation. Their heroes are pretty slow.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mel gets bothered by Karl for a moment. Meanwhile, we've got JaCkky leading the net worth. He's in a good position right now. Royal Jelly picked up by the Batrider.
Late Jelly. Like, there's a big difference when you find Jelly 7 minutes in and 12.5 minutes in.
Under attack.
Will consume the Jelly.
Radiant
Dire did not
structures
get
are
one.
fortified.
Phantom Assassin, Batrider, both enjoying the fine
Dire's
tastes
top
of some
tower
Royal
is under
Jelly.
attack.
To Inferno.
Do bees have between?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's how you make the Royal Jelly.
A Royal Jelly is just the jelly that is fed
Dire's
the
top
Bee
tower
Queen.
is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bee Queen, Bee Cop. I'm part of the
Yeah, you're there. Bee
I'm the
King.
Secret Service for the Bee Queen, Bee Cop, or Bee King.
Stealing the stacks?
Trying to at least. They've got the Hex out of the Mars, although Ember left. So they'll leave this Beastmaster by himself. Kuku's spree goes to Armel. It looked like they wanted to fight initially.
And then they realized whole team is there. If we roar, there's gonna be either false promise or a disruption. It's very hard for T1 to, just isolate a single target if both supports from TNC are standing behind.
So they need to find a way to take up these supports before they can fight.
Sure, like if they get a good initiation, burst damage, they should have a better vision. On top of that, with the Beastmaster, Hawk and Necrobook is there.
Hawk going through to the Radiant side. But TNC, they're setting up towards the top end of the map. They've left
Dire's middle
the
tower
Shadow
is under
Demon
attack.
bottom. He's taking an open lane so far to get some farm. He's sitting top of the supports. King of the peasants, I guess, when you're top of the supports.
You can call them that, sure.
At least that's the way the carry would explain.
So Batrider has a Blink Dagger, Lasso available in 40. Wraith King, man. Wraith King as a hero just feels so strong right now. He's always gonna get his farm.
Right.
If he's forced out of the lane, just go to the jungle. If you're doing good, go to the jungle. Just like jungle is the place to be.
Dire are scanning.
Not a truly dedicated jungler these days, but you know, it's as close as it
Dire's
gets
top
at
tower
times.
is under attack.
This
Radiant
bottom tower is just gonna
structures are
fall,
fortified.
and they can take outpost
but-
15 minutes in.
Yeah.
The rune of regeneration.
Skeletons
Radiant's
leading the
bottom
way.
tower
They
is
go
under
for the
attack.
tier 2 tower. 400 health remaining. Not long for this world. JaCkky
Radiant's bottom
soaking up a
tower
bunch of
is
that
fallen.
damage, and with that tower, they'll get the outpost, but also the Wraith King will get a Radiance. It's nice. He's got, you know, the gloves of haste. He's got the Radiance.
It's a big diamond for them. Necro 3, you have Wraith King with the Radiance, so you feel pretty strong. You would want to take a fight.
Never refuse
Right now,
gold,
TNC just feels a bit weaker at the moment, so for now, just dodging the fights if possible. Batrider with Boots of Travel, playing the opposite side of the map, so does Phantom Assassin with her new Battle Fury, working towards power treads, and I see Deso instead of a BKB, which I think is a correct play here. You have 2 defensive supports, so you don't have to invest into BKB straight away. Might change his mind, see how the game's gonna go.
Right.
Double damage. This might be a Roche for T1.
Depends how it gets played out. There's still a lot of good team fight here from TNC. Spot like the Roche pit. I'm interested to see how T1 want to take it, because I would assume that they would feel obviously a lot.
Radiant are scanning.
But a smoke from TNC. They don't have Blink Dagger on the Mars, so no Blink Arena, and I believe the smoke was broken. KP, not sure if he spotted there. There's the Blink as well as the lasso coming out of the Wraith King. Reincarnation. Arena's now really swapped that arena. There's the arena coming through. Remnants back and forth. JaCkky, though, here with the disruption going after the Ember Spirit. They've got Febby here to try and save. Slight of Mystery Chain locking up this Mars. Fainting that finger. They've got the freezing field from Whitemon. They'll get the kill on Febby, and that means it's open for business. It's hunting season for the side of T1. They'll go for the rest. They take out Tim's, and KP will drop when the false promise is over. When you take out those supports, well, season's open, and T1 go a-hunting.
Interesting arena from Mars, and then following up with the disruption. I guess he thought they don't have damage, but the whole arena timing was pretty much used in that fight. Not sure was Spear available, because he did not spear him.
He did have Spear available, never throws it, gets stunned, then hacks. Doesn't really have the
Radiant's top
opportunity to
tower
do
is
it,
under
and Phantom
attack.
Assassin just doesn't want to commit to this fight.
She still feels like I jump in, out of the position, I might die.
Right.
So they
Radiant's
know
middle
Radiant doesn't
tower
have
is under
ulti for
attack.
another
Radiant's top
2.5
tower has
minutes.
fallen.
Should try to make another move. Maybe, like,
Radiant's
idea
top
is
tower is
fine
under
if he
attack.
gets the spear off. I think they have enough damage to actually kill Wraith King, but he got hacked and the whole plan kind of backfired.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah, 2
is under
minutes here
attack.
until reincarnation is up. But if you're not confident in a fight like that, do you feel comfortable? Obviously, you got the pick off, but are you going to feel comfortable going for the Wraith King again? Because you got the first life pretty quickly, but
Yeah, you did, but
Dire's middle tower is
BKBs
under attack.
need to be online.
yeah.
So Batrider building 1, Phantom Assassin, just like, okay. If the previous fight went their way, pretty sure
go
Phantom
Deso.
Assassin would just go Deso, exactly. Another lasso.
So on the Ember, spear, quick kill on the Karl, Whitemon
Back into the arena, nice bounce. That was such a nice done by Armel.
My hands.
Flame break, back into the arena.
Dire's
This should be a
structures
tower.
are fortified.
3k gold lead. Man, Southeast
Dire's
Asian
bottom
Dota is
tower
wild.
is under attack.
Now one team is just ahead, then the other team takes over, bouncing back. What's Lion building? He's going straight into Etherlands, no points in mana drain, which I really like. You know, you have all that
Dire's
mana,
bottom tower
so you
has
want to
fallen.
use that Hex duration
Radiant's
4
middle
seconds,
tower is under
cooldown
attack.
12. With the cast
Dire's
range,
bottom
you also
tower
have
is under
mana
attack.
coming up from the aura, so you don't need that mana drain.
Radiant's middle tower
Hasn't used
is under
finger ones
attack.
yet. He's
Dire's
held it,
bottom tower
fainted
is
it a
under
couple
attack.
times. He's pointed, but he hasn't gotten, gotten fully through with it. Like you said, it's tough though.
He doesn't like pointing fingers at others, you know. It's your fault,
Radiant's top
finger.
tower is under attack.
Kills Phantom Assassin.
Behold, a subtle burn.
3K for T1, but like you said, looking forward, Southeast Asia, always like that. It's so fun. I don't know. I'm on that hype train right now.
Radiant's
think I'm
top
ever getting
tower
off.
is under attack. Radiant are
All
scanning.
aboard that train. Phantom Assassin still
Xepher?
2k gold behind the Wraith King.
Flame break.
Good flame break. Lasso not available, but yeah, this should be a secure kill.
Gabbi finishes him off with Stifling Dagger. That's fine. Gabbi re-queues the Deso. Still an option when you go first item, Mithril Hammer. Well, it's always an option.
He's deciding, you know, let's check what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We get the pick off. I get money for a Deso, use a career, we turn that into Roche. So that's why you start with the Mithril Hammer on a Phantom Assassin.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Team talent. The Wraith King, oh, strength. Going into an AC. AC after the Radiance and picks up the Hyperstone.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Okay.
Down with that. Just tanking up
Radiant's middle tower
the whole
is
team
under
with the
attack.
AC.
Dire's top
Batrider
tower is
very
under
close
attack.
to finishing the BKB. Phantom Assassin just finished hers. D1, they're close. Very close to Roshan. Lincoln Sphere on Ember Spirit, so they need to be very careful how they're going to initiate the next fight.
I was just about to ask, do you like that after the Maelstrom, that defensive item?
It's okay, yeah. Against Batrider, you want to have something defensive. There is a low cooldown ability that can actually proc it.
Blast going after Gabbi, and now the spear that connects on a Karl.
There's the finger.
There's the finger taking out Febby. No longer a save available with the false promise, but he does have buyback if necessary. TNC thinking, do we still go in? Stick by the tier 2 tower. Clean up the creeps. T1, they could back up towards Roche. That's where JaCkky's going in. And let's see if they can take this. Only 10 seconds till the Oracle is back up, and this Roche is not fast.
No arena for 40. That's their big team fight ulti, but still feels like they want to take a fight. Too fresh. 10-second BKBs. If they get a good jump, let's say on a Kuku, that's kind of a perfect target. Whitemon, he might just straight up die.
Might sacrifice his life for the greater good, and that was running up those steps and getting the smoke broken. However, now JaCkky runs away from the fight. Got themselves right on top of Gabbi.
There's the save.
Get the kill onto this Phantom Assassin. There's no save ready to go. They've got the last one on Kuku, but it's not going to be enough. Unfortunately, that roots up him as well as Karl. Now the false promise. Febby uses it on himself. So they'll lock him down, they'll do some damage. So after the false promise, he doesn't end up living. They're also looking over at Tim's because they know that Febby's did her right. They get the kill onto the Shadow Demon. They'll look over at the Mars who's trying to run. Oh, slowed down for a second. Necro Creep's trying to catch up with that boar. Kuku, he's got a salve, so he's still looking to fight. KP slowed up, the boar hit him, so this is a problem. Arena head and the kill. Oh, the stun. Can they get him? It's waiting until the arena's gone.
He got the Blink
And
Dagger, so that's what matters. It should be a free Roche for T1. A bit disconnected how they initiated this fight. First, they don't kill off Crystal Maiden. Then they use Disruption on the Wraith King. 10-second BKB duration popped by Batrider trying to chase Wraith King. They don't even get it. Using Disruption on Wraith King is fine. So you get that Radiance, a bit more damage with team fight. But your Oracle needs to be able to save Phantom Assassin. Also, Phantom Assassin needs to be very careful about how she's using the Phantom Strike. Has that cast range talent. Last time I checked, Oracle doesn't have one, so, you know. False Promise, you need to be very close level 1 to use it.
Yeah, it is tough with such a short available cast range. Gabbi, though, goes to the BKB, so commits to it. Instead of that Deso, but does have the first Mithril Hammer going for the Deso. Still trying to keep up with both the Ember as well as the Wraith King. As Wraith King just the plate mail away from the AC.
Wraith King is just an insanely good farmer. So far, 0 deaths on JaCkky, having pretty much a perfect game. staying on top of the network, involved in half of the kills,
Radiant are
doing
scanning.
his job, getting the levels. Once you get to that level 18, reincarnation is 40 seconds, so you can pretty much fight all the time with the team.
Up top with Gabbi. They're away from this quite a bit. Cleaning up these creeps and then moving over towards bottom is Karl. He's trying to get himself an axe. 1,500 gold away from that. And a 6k
Radiant's
lead
middle tower
for
is under
T1
attack.
to lock down these bounty runes. One for each team so far. And a second for Febby. And JaCkky will make it two apiece. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Here
attack.
in the trees, waiting for somebody to maybe go after this Wraith King. JaCkky just continuing to farm up, and we'll have the plate mail.
Radiant's courier
Just a
has
little bit
been
of gold.
killed.
After that bad fight when they initiated on Wraith King, didn't kill him the second time, TNC kind of just playing a slow game.
Yeah.
Batrider split pushing, Phantom Assassin trying to get the farm on the map to get herself closer to level 20 and the Desolator, so that's gonna be where the damage is gonna come from. They need to be able to get in and out of the fight with the lineup
Radiant's
like
top
this.
tower
Multiple
is under
saves,
attack.
Oracle's False Promise, Edict, Disruptions,
Radiant structures
Blink
are fortified.
in and out. They can't
Dire
really fully
structures are
commit
fortified.
into 5-on-5 right now.
Radiant's
There's
middle
Reincarnation
tower is
level
under
3,
attack.
Aegis on Ember Spirit, so they're basically playing 5 versus
Radiant's
7.
top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Two in a really tough spot. Next for the Wraith King is the Abyssal Blade. It just seems like the death from 1,000 cuts for TNC at the moment
Radiant's
with how
top tower
the
has
pace
fallen.
is. And there's a smoke from T1, so they'll cross through mid. And
Radiant's top
Karl's
tower
actually
is under
just
attack.
blinked forward, so he's in a lot of trouble. Got the damage, he'll have the Hex. There's the remnant forward from Karl, now dominating. Quick little kill on KP. Karl does have that Ags.
Radiant's middle tower
work with.
is under attack.
T1 is just getting so much out of the map right now,
Radiant's
getting the
middle
pickup
tower
here and
has
there,
fallen.
controlling most of the map
Dire's bottom
with the
tower
boars,
is under
with the
attack.
hawk. So TNC very limited where they can fight. The roar available, but does not want to pop it straight away. He saw Oracle, like, nah, I'm bailing.
Yeah, but there's the Wraith Fire Blast on a Febby, and he will
Radiant's
False
middle
Promise
tower is
himself.
under attack.
That opens up Gabbi as a target, or even Armel. Gabby's gonna try and get away. The BKB's been popped by the Batrider.
Roar still available. Yeah, Batrider's also gonna die if he gets caught.
Yeah, Primal Roar comes in. BKB is stunned, and so is the life of Armel.
Radiant's middle tower is
Really
under
well
attack.
done there by T1 again. Methodical about how they're approaching this. They see the Oracle, they don't force anything.
And while all this was happening, you have Ember Spirit in your base with the double damage down to the 3 tower.
Xepher, but Abyss coming through. Gabbi popping the BKB. Whoa. So he'll pop it, and that's his 10-second BKB now
Radiant's
down for
middle
another
barracks
minute
are
while
under
they're
attack.
sieging your high ground.
This is just a set of barracks. AC against the buildings, minus armor,
Radiant's middle
Beastmaster
barracks
aura.
has fallen.
They're actually gonna go bottom.
Radiant's middle
I'm not
barracks is
surprised.
under attack.
If they lose this fight, they might call the game. There's no tier 2s available.
Radiant's
Wraith
bottom
King
tower
needs to be
is under
careful a
attack.
bit.
Getting really, okay. Getting really low. He'll lose that first life. Now down for 35 seconds. That backs him off enough, but
It's a 40-second cooldown ulti.
lose melee racks mid though. TNC, what are their outs right now?
I see Divine Rapier on PA. That's your way out, or way in, whatever you want to call it. You need a farm for another like 3-4 minutes to be able to get it. Your farm is very limited at the moment. Cloak of Flames. Yeah. Ember Spirit with the Cloak of Flames feels really good.
Yeah.
On top of the Radiance, just overtime damage coming out from these items and abilities is insane. Phantom Assassin finds Orb of Destruction, so decides to keep that one instead of some status resistance, damage, and magic resist coming out from Titan Sliver. She can't get out of the base. It's very tough for TNC to find any farm on the map. One observer ward outside the base, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you know, you're trying to farm that Divine Rapier, but when you can't really leave your base to get that gold, it becomes a struggle. Remnants forward, Searing Chains, axes in from the Beastmaster. Karl with another kill, he's unstoppable.
If your Marsdars like that, you need to be able to get some farm on your Phantom Assassin. Like, they just show 2-3 heroes, but they also have an outpost to TP to, so that's a bit tricky.
Armel with BKB pop, but that's, again, just a defensive BKB to survive. It really is starting to all come up Millhouse right now for T1.
This'll come in handy.
I'm starting to question where the answers are, and obviously that's in the Divine Rapier, but we keep seeing every time they try to sneak out and farm a little bit, they get punished. Phantom Assassin's going to try and get something here. Has to be protected by the entire team just to get a couple of creeps. It's a really bad situation to be in. Minimum Roche respawn timer will
50
be
seconds?
50 more seconds, yeah.
Yeah, so T1 will take that one. I'm not sure if TNC can contest it. They lose a fight, they lose a game inside of it. Playing into G's and Aegis is just tricky, so try to farm up that Divine Rapier and Phantom Assassin. Also, interesting choice of the talent, going for 35% core evasion, so that gets her to 80. Against Beastmaster, Summons, and the Boar, it's okay. But Wraith King will eventually, like, that's normally his item build when he's playing into Phantom Assassin, get that MKB so you can land those hits. So would still prefer if he gets the minus armor corruption.
Yeah, and you can see he's already building the MKB. So has enough now for the Sacred Relic, or well, 20 gold off of it. This is Divine Watch 2021. We wait to see if Gabbi can get there. He needs 2,000 more gold. We're reporting it. T1, that you know, they've been pretty much okay with just using this time, farming up these next items, securing their lockdown on this game. Grabbing an Aeon Disc, potentially on the Crystal Maiden next. Ember going into the Shivas, has that Lincoln's, Ags, BKB Maelstrom. BKB ready to go at 10 seconds. AC for the Beastmaster.
Second one, just get multiple ACs, minus 10 armor, just kidding, it doesn't stack, but yeah, he needs to change his item build.
There it is. Switches to the... Was wondering there for a second if he was actually going to buy out on that. But the patience here from T1 definitely gives PA a chance, especially if she gets to the Divine Rapier.
I wouldn't call it patience, it's more them being cautious about how they approach sieging the 3-3 towers, where one lasso into tier 4s could make a lot of a difference. You pop a glyph, the split shot, on all the heroes trying to help him out. It's quite a lot. So Beastmaster, he decides to build a Vanguard now going into Crimson, which is okay against the Phantom Assassin. I'm more of a fan. Let's say you're playing into PL, so you get a lot of value from that item. Here it's okay-ish, 3 out of 5.
How much that does is
he's just tanking up for the team. Aura, Pipe, now getting a Crimson Guard. Roche will respawn in 11 seconds.
right.
Phantom Assassin almost has enough to buy a Divine Rapier. Might need to send the courier to the enemy secret shop.
Yeah, courier currently
Why is it even
waiting
called
to the
secret shop?
side.
Like, everyone knows where it is. Why don't we just call it a shop? Shopkeeper shop.
Would you be okay with the secret shop changing positions every game?
So you're like, yeah, I need to buy some items from secret shop, but I can't find it. And then you like spend 15 minutes trying to find where it is.
I mean, if you're bad at looking, yeah. Maybe sometimes it's up in the top left corner.
That's too much RPG. Like, your secret shop is at the enemy fountain, so you're like, how do I get there?
Only specific areas. It's not going to spawn in the enemy's mountain. I mean, that would be rude, though. Although I guess theirs would then spawn in yours, right? If they were equidistant.
Well, maybe it's not a mirror. Whoa. Oh, they're actually escorting Phantom Assassin via Divine Rapier. TP back, just TP back, and all good, because they're gonna get backstabbed. There's also a lane board from T1.
On themselves to Mars, they'll get the kill on KP.
What it takes.
Divine Rapier in the hands of Gabbi. Going Ags next. No Mars
Radiant's top
for
tower is
44
under
seconds. They do have
Radiant's
buyback on the
structures are
Mars.
fortified.
I don't think they know that Gabbi has this Divine Rapier, but I guess there is the assumption that maybe you'd go for it. That just feeling out the game. Obviously, they were in this situation in the last one, and that's what they did.
It's not like they're gonna back off. Oh no, it's a Divine Rapier. We need to run back. Like, they still take the fight, but the supports need to be more careful. Eon Disc is available on Crystal Maiden. Try to proc it with one dagger. Let's see. She's being scouted out by a Hawk, so Gabbi just blinks out back.
All that's happening. They've already lost the melee rack. Stop.
Radiant's top barracks are
Shadow
under
Demon
attack.
should probably be using offensive disruption on Braid King to get the AC aura for the team and the Radiant burn.
But the Searing Chains that comes through, as well as the Abyssal Blade. False Promise save for the Phantom Assassin. Stifling Dagger pops the Lincolns. They've got the lasso on the Lion. The back of the arena is down. They've got the kill onto Xepher. They're looking towards the rest. Phantom Assassin goes stunned up. Finally away with the BKB being popped. They got Xepher. They pop the Lincolns again on Karl. They're trying to make a play here, trying to find something out of this more than just a Lion, but they've lost the range rack. Stifling Dagger all the way on a Karl. Doesn't crit, but he's slowed up quite a bit. However, already far enough away where they can't catch up.
They're also losing PA so quickly once she gets jumped. So that's a bit problematic. They have one more fight. 2 set of barracks gone. Still Aegis for another 2.5 minutes.
The rune of regeneration.
Kuku, I believe one of those axes was spotted. Also the Necro creeps. They're coming over. JaCkky almost catches a glimpse there. And Phantom Assassin really would like to get this Ags, but that's 2,600 gold away. I don't know if the Ags even helps enough. Gives opportunity, but still very tough fighting into this T1 team down 20,000.
Yeah, she's just going all in on the items. Bought a Divine Rapier. You mentioned that Aghanim Scepter, so that's gonna help with the dispelling things. Slows, roots, something that she struggles with. Still don't know if that's gonna be enough. Fighting into Aegis, Ember Spirit, who's extremely farmed, like Karl's out of control this game, only died once. This is like 50-55 minutes item on Ember Spirit usually. It's just insanely farmed this game.
Yeah. Now there's only one left to go. It's tier 3 bottom in the rack. Trying to make it megas, and now I believe looking for that lasso. Now on cooldown, the Lincoln's pop. They got the X onto the Phantom Assassin. They're doing the damage. They've got the fingers rolls. The stun, the false promise comes in, but they've got the Primal Order followed up with freezing field. They're right on top of this Phantom Assassin. Not looking good for Gabbi. Trying to run, was the healing up? No, it wasn't. Divine Rapier on the deck. Continue forward. PA does not have buyback. And Oracle's holding the Divine Rapier. Not for loss. Febby, he drops. So does Armel. GG is called. T1 takes the game, and they even up the series at 1. The Phantom Assassin to not work out.
Yeah, got there. Some of those teams figured out how to play against her. Had a lot of time to figure it out in the previous patch where she was picked most of the time with the Sven.